everyone, how are you? Welcome. I think it's time for our reach assembly. I was just sending some emails and catching up on my jobs, and already I've got a bit of a headache. Could be because I've been staring at my screen for too long. It's not healthy to spend too long without a break and staring at a screen. It's not very good at all. Perhaps we could do our reach assembly about being healthy. Do you know why? Because it's one of our values, isn't it? Should we remind ourselves of what reach stands for? Gosh, look how big my hand looks up close to the camera. Off you go then, you tell me. We've got that's right. We've got respect, enjoy, achieve, care, and be healthy. Let's do it about being healthy. We've talked a lot, haven't we, about what it means to be healthy. And we talk a lot about having a healthy and balanced diet. And do you know, just the other day, a child sent me some of their work that they've been doing at home. And it was one of our healthy alphabets. Some of you might have done a healthy alphabet where you list all of the letters of the alphabet and then you try and put at least one thing next to each letter. For example, A might be for doing athletics. B might be for banana, eating bananas as one of your fruits. And a C, you might have eating carrots. You might try really hard to make sure you have 5 portions of fruits and vegetables each day and try really hard to drink lots of water. I'm still no good at that one. It's always on my New Year's resolution list to drink more water. But there are other ways that we should be keeping ourselves healthy. It's not just our bodies, is it, that we should be keeping healthy physically by eating the right things and by exercising. We have to keep our minds really healthy as well. We talk a lot about our mental health and our mental well-being. And that's because if things aren't quite right inside our heads, it makes doing all of the other things really, really hard. And today, we're going to be thinking about that word well-being. The word well-being sort of explains itself, doesn't it? Because being is about how you are, and well, if you do something well, it's about doing it in a good way, isn't it? So it's about making sure that how you are in yourself, in your mind, is good. Sometimes when our bit upstairs is not quite right, that can even affect how our physical body works as well. I know that if my well-being's not great, I actually get the opposite of no sleep. I get really sleepy and a bit what they call lethargic, which means I can't really be bothered to do anything. Everything's a bit of an effort. And as grown-ups, we have to double check ourselves and make sure that we're looking after our well-being as well as your well-being as well. It's really important to know that when you might not feel quite right in here and in here, it's also really important to know what it is that you can do to make yourself feel better in here and in here. Now there are 5 things I've been reading about here, a bit like our reach values. There are 5 things I've been reading about which are 5 ways to help us with our well-being. And I thought I would share them with you. So our first one is to connect. Our second, to be active. Our third, to take notice. Our fourth, to keep learning. And our 5th, to give. So let's have a look at those one at a time. The first one is called connect. And that's about spending time with your family and friends and enjoy doing things together and talking to each other. The second one, be active. Well, we talk about it all the time, don't we? And we've already spoken about it today. But being active keeps you physically healthy, keeps your body healthy, but it really does make you feel good too. The third one, keep learning, is about trying something new or trying out a new hobby or learning something just because it interests you, and not just because you have to do the learning. Number 4, take notice. This is about taking a break from what you're doing to check on how you feel. Relax, look around you, listen to music, maybe take some deep breaths. And the 5th one is give. Do something for a friend or a relation or an adult just because. Doing something nice feels good for the person that does it, remember? We've talked about that before. So you'll make them feel good and you'll make yourself feel good too. Maybe you could do a random act of kindness for somebody. All of those 5 ways help us to have a good well-being. Are you ready? Here are a load of wellbeing activities you could try at home. Number 1, drawing. Draw a picture of anything that makes you happy. Number 2, count to 5. Close your eyes, breathe deeply and count slowly to 5 and then count back down to 0. 1, 2, 3. You get the idea. How about drinking some water? Hang on. Slowly drink 5 sips of water and focus on how it feels when you take each sip like this. Get the idea. Dance! You know how much we love dancing at our school. Use your imagination. Close your eyes and you're imagine that you're somewhere that makes you feel calm and happy. Oh, I am laying on a sun lounger on a beach and the sun is shining and I can hear the sea. Okay, here's another one for you to use your imagination. It's about thinking happy thoughts. So close your eyes and try to remember a time that you felt really happy. Sing some songs that you know and love and sing them loud. Actually, here's a great idea for you. I'll put all of those wellbeing ideas onto our website in our remote and home learning section in the bit where it says more to support remote learning. And you could create a wellbeing jar. So snip up all of the activities, pop them in a jar and different times during the day or when you feel like you need a bit of a boost, dip into the jar and have a go at one of the activities. You know, this one about taking notice is something that you've really got to practice and try to do. It's not going to come easily straight away. Have a look at this.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Cosmic Kids Zen Den, your place to feel all calm and relaxed and to help our minds stay healthy and happy. Now this is Minnie. She's a little dog who is lovely and relaxed here in my arms. She's been looking forward to her Zen Den and she hopes that it will help you. So let's get comfy and ready for your Zen Den time. Sit with your legs crossed, your hands resting on your knees, your back nice and straight. And let's enjoy a big deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouth. Lovely. Now, Minnie, we need to get the Zen Den ready, don't we? So first, let's have some sounds. Oh, look at all of these, Minnie. They're nice, aren't they? let's pick a couple to make it feel all calm and cosy in here. Look, a warm crackling fire. And, a ukulele tune. Now for the smell. Oh, great! Look at these. These are some of Minnie's favourites. Look, Minnie. Salmon. Roast chicken. Oh, look. This one's your favourite. It's the bacon smell. Let's go for that. Wow, that smell makes me feel really hungry. Now, back to Minnie and why she's here with us today. When Minnie was younger, she was a puppy. She was always busy running around, jumping on everything, exploring and playing, and chasing our bigger dog Spence around the house. While Minnie was a puppy, we helped her learn how to use her attention so she can watch, listen, come to us when we call, sit, lie down, walk alongside us, and do all sorts of clever tricks like giving you her paw. It was important to help Minnie learn these things when she was a puppy, because when we're young, our minds are really good at learning things. And by training her attention, Minnie has been able to learn lots of new things. Maybe you know a dog who can do some great tricks too. When we train our attention, we too can become very good learners. So we do well at school, and we can learn to do all sorts of cool things. But how do we do it? It sounds easy, but attention can be there 1 second and gone the next. Sometimes our attention flits around like a busy butterfly. Have you noticed your attention doing that? Doing the exercises here in the Zen Den and the Cosmic Kids Yoga Adventures will certainly help train your attention so it gets stronger and you can use it for longer. But, like a puppy, like Minnie used to be, oh dear, it takes training and practice. So as well as doing Cosmic Kids videos, here are a few other fun ideas you can do to train your attention. Colour in a picture and keep colouring until you finish the whole thing. Make a Lego model from start to finish. Listen to some music and lift your thumb each time you hear a new instrument. Learn a song by listening to it and remembering the words bit by bit. Read a storybook or picture storybook, and afterwards see how much of it you can remember without looking back at the book. Draw something in your house, a fruit bowl, a plant, or a vase of flowers. Now for the hard one. Sit, close your eyes, and breathe in and out slowly, 10 times. This one is the hardest. It's the doing it slowly part that really tests you. Doing it fast is easy. When you do these things, see if you can notice when your attention wanders, and then bring it back to the thing you are doing again. When you do this, you are training your attention. In a couple of them, you'll be training your memory as well, so you get a gold star for those. You'll know when your attention is wandering. You'll think things like, oh, I wonder what's for dinner. I'm bored. Or maybe I can tell my friends about Minnie, the puppy. Oh, what's that over there? Funny little thoughts. That's just your mind doing its thing. But when you bring your attention back, you eventually make your mind stronger. Thank you, Minnie, for helping understand about our attention. It really helps us. And keep up the practice to become a true Zenden master. Bye-bye.
Sometimes worries can get in the way, can't they, of us working on our well-being. So with all of these things that we do, connecting, being active, taking notice, new learning and giving, we also need to make sure we know what to do if there's something not quite right. Have a listen to this story.
Oh, hello, my name's Katie and I was just talking to Teddy here. He's a little worried about making sure he's brushed his teeth properly. They look squeaky clean to me, Teddy. Well done. You've done a good job. Now, I know a story all about a little girl who has a worry of her own and it won't stop growing. It's called Ruby's Worry and it's written and illustrated by Tom Percival. Ruby loved being Ruby. She loved to swing up high. She loved to explore wild, faraway places. Sometimes she even went all the way to the very bottom of the garden. Ruby was perfectly happy until one day she discovered a worry. It wasn't a very big worry. In fact, it was so small that at first Ruby hardly noticed it. But then the worry started to grow. Each day it got a little bit bigger and it just wouldn't leave her alone. It was there at breakfast, staring at her over the cereal box. And it was still there at night when she cleaned her teeth. The funny thing was that no one else could see Ruby's worry, not even her teacher. So Ruby pretended that she couldn't see it either. She tried to carry on as if everything was normal, but it just wasn't. The worry was always there, stopping her from doing the things that she loved. Ruby wondered if the worry would ever go away. What if it didn't? What if it stayed with her forever? Ruby didn't realise, but she was doing the worst thing you can ever do with a worry. She was worrying about it. Now the worry was enormous. It could barely fit into the kitchen at tea time. It filled up half of the school bus and it took up whole rows at the cinema. The worry became the only thing that Ruby could think about, and it seemed like she would never feel happy again. Then, one day, something unexpected happened. Ruby noticed a boy sitting alone at the park. He looked how she felt, sad. And then she noticed something else, something hovering next to him. Could it be a worry? It was. Ruby realised that she wasn't the only person with a worry after all. Other people had them too. She asked the boy what was on his mind, and as he told her, the strangest thing happened. His worry began to shrink. Then Ruby did the best thing that you can ever do if you have a worry. She talked about it. As the words tumbled out, Ruby's worry began to shrink until it was barely there at all. Soon, both of their worries were gone. Finally, Ruby felt like herself again. Of course, that wasn't the last time that she ever had a worry. Everyone gets them from time to time. But now that she knew how to get rid of them, they never hung around for long. I'm so glad that Ruby talked to her new friend about her worry, aren't you? She felt much better after she did. Everybody gets worries sometimes, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. When we talk about them and share them with others, they get much smaller and eventually go away.
water is going to really help me with my well-being for sure, because it's stopping me and slowing me down. It's also going to help me get that water in each day, isn't it? I wonder what you're going to do first to try and make sure you keep your well-being in check. Until next time, keep reaching for the stars, and please have a go at some of the wellbeing activities. It's going to make you feel really, really good. See you later. I'll tell you what, why don't you join me for a Reach Assembly, and we will do it on being healthy, because that's one of our values, isn't it? That's my dog that never drinking. She's being healthy.